Okay, hello everyone. My name is Laquan Williams, and in this video, I wanted to discuss the episode of Superman&Lois, the CW TV network show, which is based off of the DC Comics show. Obviously, Superman&Lois is on Tuesdays now. They changed. I think it used to be Mondays. Actually, no, it was always Tuesday because it always comes on after The Flash. So basically, what happened in this episode, which is Season 1, Episode 13, Failsafe, they're supposed to go on another 3-week hiatus. Apparently, they're saying, some people were saying on the comment section for the preview, for the promo for the next episode, that they're trying to give the Stargirl show some type of boost in views as far as audience members and people jumping over to watch that instead. I don't know what's that about, or if that's even going on. But basically, so what's going to happen is it's going to be back in a couple of weeks on August the 10th, and there's 2 more episodes left, which in total is 15 episodes for this first season that's about to be over. It has been renewed for a second season, and basically what we saw tonight was a continuance of what's been happening. Morgan Edge, who is Superman's obviously Kryptonian brother, he obviously was captured. They have him in custody at the DOD, and basically what's been happening is they are making sure that he stays there, and they were still looking for his second in command / his right hand, Lana Lang. They eventually did find her in the episode. Superman and John Henry Irons captured her, and they have her in custody. She told Superman, "You still didn't win." So we'll see what happens with what's going to happen with that. Morgan Edge did escape his jail that they had him in, this big huge silver box. Well, as you can see here, titanium steel. There was kryptonite around the area, and it looks like it's in his box as well. That's why it's glowing up like that, to keep his powers from being dampened and obviously keep him weak. Leslie Lar, but they found her. I don't know what's gonna happen, obviously, but he did escape. His eyes blew up. He blew out of this cell. They were holding him in his holding cell. His eyes lit up blue, and he just busted out randomly. I don't know what happened. He just found some inner power deep inside, and his anger allowed him to break out. He's gone. They don't know where he's at. He's supposed to come back, and apparently he's supposed to be the Eradicator. And his father told him his purpose and what he's supposed to do, and they showed the flashbacks, obviously, of him first coming to Earth and talking to his Kryptonian father, who was a big, huge, angry tyrant. And apparently he is supposed to make sure that he takes down the whole entire planet. That's basically what's going to happen. It's basically what we're seeing. I'm trying to look at what's going on right now, but apparently the Eradicator, he's it's in the distant past. It says a dying alien race creates a number of containment devices in which to preserve their culture. They send them into space, with contact teams intent on meeting with other civilizations. When a small group of these aliens arrive on the planet Krypton, they are met by militant Chem-El, who kills them and corrupts one of their devices. Its new mission is to preserve his ideal of Kryptonian culture by eradicating all others, and thus the device becomes known as the Eradicator. In its original form, the Eradicator resembles a small stylized rocket. Its top section is profilate sulfuride, which excludes a blue glow and is approximately 3 times the size of an egg. So basically, as it says on Krypton, the Eradicator does all that it could over the years to protect Kryptonians from even themselves. So basically, as we saw, I'm reading this on Wikipedia, what the Eradicator is. It's who he is. He's decrypted as in Superman. He's dressed in red, and he's got the S on his chest, kind of like Superman, which obviously Morgan Edge, his brother, has. So basically, he absorbed the Eradicator, and they made him. Superman believe. He made Superman believe that everybody that he destroyed it. Looks like when he shot it with his eyes, he absorbed it into his body, which we can see in this episode. He kept grabbing his head. He had like a headache, and he was like hearing thoughts, and I guess the power was not taking over his body yet. and he dug deep and down inside his anger himself and said, "Sorry, Father," or something like that, or "My mission is not over yet," something like that. His eyes glue blue, which the Eradicator glows blue, so he absorbed it into his body. He has the power, so he ran up and flew up to the space and got power from the sun. And it looks like, just like what Superman does, he's fully recharged. He's great, obviously. Obviously fully powerful. He is the Eradicator, and what he does is he takes out people who don't agree with his ideologies and views as far as keeping Krypton intact, and also bringing his ideas and obviously his plans to the forefront. And obviously what his father told him when he came on Earth is that you're supposed to bring Krypton here, rebuild the world in the image that I taught you, which is ours, and bring our fantasies and ideas to life and reality. Kill the people here on Earth, and anybody who stands in your way will be a slave. And obviously, including your brother Kal-El, who is Superman, he told him that weeks ago. He said, "Obviously, you join me, help me out. General Zod's going to take over your body, and we're going to rule the world, kill people on Earth, enslave them." That's basically what's happening. So that's basically what the Eradicator is. I just read that off of Wikipedia. So he takes out any and everybody who opposes him, who does not want Krypton to be the same way as him. Well, obviously believe in his ideals. Like I said, he wants to bring Krypton to Earth. Obviously Superman doesn't want that, because by doing that, he enslaves people. He brings his army. He obviously is enslaving people, mind control. He's killing people, all that stuff. Obviously, and he did all this on the show except kill people, but it was close enough, obviously, with him taking over people's minds and stuff. So he absorbed the Eradicator into his body. So he's the, I guess, the battery being charged up by the power source, I guess you can say, which is the Eradicator. So that's who he is now. So we'll see what happens in the show. Jordan and Jonathan played hooky, Superman's kids, so they were hanging out with girls, having fun. So they weren't worried about anything else. Obviously, everybody in the town is obviously like going after each other over the situation of, obviously, in Smallville, about what's going on with the DOD, Morgan Edge. The DOD obviously is still there, obviously, but obviously Lois Lane learned from her father. He said, "We can't tell everybody what happened, because if we give out all of the secrets and stuff, that's going to be a big, huge problem, and it could still affect you, because your family, you are involved. I'm obviously your father. I'm going to be involved, and there's a chance I will be, like he mentioned, out of here." Obviously at the Gazette where she's at, her fellow, obviously, coworker Chrissy tells her, "Listen, you need to tell me what's going on. Stop hiding secrets." She told her, "You're sticking up for the man. You're keeping," she's like, "What? I can't give out my father, because that's gonna hurt my family also." And obviously, as you can see in the town, they obviously don't want everybody after them. Just like obviously how Mia and her family are being hunted down attacked, obviously verbally, and someone almost physically by obviously some girl at school almost attacked her, pushed her a little elbow bump, a shoulder bump, because they're mad at her family, because her mom obviously and her dad agreed with Morgan Edge bringing jobs into the city, and they obviously were right there cheering him on and telling people he's great, and people are blaming them for their problems. Some people are, and obviously the people in the town, obviously, and so they want to leave and move. Jordan and Jonathan, obviously, they're just trying to get some normalcy out of this. Obviously Superman's kids, but that's never going to be the case. 7734, which is all the kryptonite weapons and all the dangerous, toxic, obviously kryptonite guns, spears, knives, all that stuff, bullets, grenades, were all given to John Henry Irons. Superman told him that you need to have this. You're the only one who I trust to have this in case I go rogue again. So basically, obviously, which is what he wanted in the first place. So he just gave him what he wanted, John Henry Irons, obviously. So we'll see what happens with that. But it was basically it. There's nothing really else going on in the show. They captured Leslie Lar pretty quickly. We don't know what's going to happen with her. She's obviously not going to tell them next week. When the show comes back on August 10th. She's not going to tell them what happened to Morgan Edge, where he's at. She's not going to give him up. So there's really no use for them to keep interrogating her. That nobody obviously has the ability and powers to read her mind. So it looks like they're probably just gonna shut her away, keep her locked up. That's basically what happened. Trying to see what else happened on the show if I missed anything, but that's basically what happened. Morgan Edge is gone. We don't know where he's at, but he's obviously gonna come back to Earth, probably with another army. He's probably gonna try to find somewhere in space that has X kryptonite, because the mines are about to be blown up, and the DoD obviously is going to make sure that no one can go down there, and they're going to keep that whole entire area shut off and safe and probably destroy it. So obviously the X kryptonite can't be used by Morgan Edge to create his army again of evil Kryptonians, obviously, and enslave and mind control and take over the bodies, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the movie, of the people of Smallville again. So Lois Lane's dad at the DoD said, I'm going to shut it all down and make sure that doesn't happen again. So we'll see what's going to happen, but there's just a couple of questions, basically, what they're going to do with obviously Leslie Lar, where'd Morgan Edge go, where he's going to have another army, where's he going to get more X-Kryptonite, why did he go up into space to get more power from the sun, if the, I guess the Eradicator, when he absorbed it, maybe it was kind of keeping him alive to a certain degree to gain power. He broke out and used it to get out, because they were using Kryptonian gamma wave fields to keep him in this box, obviously. And over here, this control center type of ordeal, one of the army guys came over here and increased the level and the power and the ability to keep him in there before he broke out and knocked them all back with this energy wave that he shot from his body, basically, when he busted out. So, and the glass was flying everywhere. That's basically what happened. Yeah, but that was basically it. The show and the episode was cool. I think last week's episode was a little bit more better, with the fight obviously ensuing with John Henry Irons and Superman. This was kind of like a layup, really easy for them. They got Leslie Lar very easily, with the team up of John Henry Irons and Superman taking her down very quickly, obviously. So that was basically it. She tried to attack the DoD and break out Morgan Edge, but Superman stopped her and they got her now. So that's basically what happened. Just, random. John Henry Irons used his machine to find her, and the next thing you know, she's going to say, it was random. He's like, oh, don't worry, we'll find her soon. I'm using this machine. And then a couple minutes later, it starts going off and making the alert sounds, and next thing you know, where she's at, John Henry Irons tells Superman, Clark Kent, obviously, that she's at the DoD. She's going to go there. Then obviously, Superman actually, once he saw it on the machine, Superman got his hearing abilities, his super hearing. Obviously, he picked it up immediately, right away, a couple seconds. So he's like, oh, she's at the DoD. He flew there immediately and tried to stop her, and he did. John Henry Irons came and helped him with the assist, and that was basically it. So we'll see what happens with that. John Henry Irons is gone. He'll be back, obviously. He has the 7734 stockpile of Kryptonian weapons that he can be used to hurt Superman and anybody else, including Morgan Edge, Leslie Lar, and anybody else who is a Kryptonian, because obviously these are synthetic, obviously experimental weapons, and obviously fumes with the kryptonite that hurt, obviously, Kryptonians. And as you can see, it did work a couple episodes ago when they were used on some of them. They were going to use them against Morgan Edge, but unfortunately he busted out at the DoD. The army couldn't stop him. That's basically what happened. The show has been good. Like I said, it's been very fun. The constant breaks. I'm glad that this is almost over, so this season, so we have to keep seeing that. They're gone for 3 more weeks again, with the next 2 episodes happening. Hopefully that doesn't happen in season 2, but we'll see what happens and what takes place. But that was basically it. Compared to last week's episode, I'd say this week is a 7.5. Last week's episode was very fun, very powerful. I liked John Diggle coming there. I gave it an 8 last week's. This one's 6.5. Okay, but like I said, a bit of a layup. They got Leslie Lar very easily. Morgan Edge was sitting in this box for the whole episode until the end. Superman interrogated him. Where's the Eradicator at? Obviously, he absorbed it. He's got the power. And now he's out. Now he's gained even more power. So I don't know how they're going to stop him. Maybe some super big, huge Gamma Hulk type of buster that they can use to take him down. Superman uses some type of kryptonite spear to throw at him. He can't, so he doesn't hurt himself. Or they use some type of... actually, you know what? I don't know if that bomb's going to work again against him, that missile that John Harry Irons used, but if they use enough synthetic kryptonite in it and shoot him again with it, they knocked Morgan Edge out of the sky, they could do it again. So we'll see what happens with that. They could do it again. It's possible they could. They got that missile bullet. It was like, you know, from like this big, like a 50 caliber bullet, probably maybe a little bit bigger, something like that, from John Diggle and Argus. We'll see what happens, but that's basically it. That's all I have to say about this and the rest of the show. Superman&Lois has been very fun and entertaining. We'll see what happens, obviously, next season with the and what happens at the end of the season. Obviously, season 1. There's 2 more episodes left. They'll be back on August 10th. There's supposed to be season 2. It got renewed months ago. We'll see what happens with the crossovers. Who's gonna come on the show? Obviously, besides John Diggle, he was on here this season, but next season will the Flash make appearances? An appearance. Supergirl. The Legends of Tomorrow. Maybe even they have Oliver Queen randomly pop up as the Green Arrow again. I hope so. That'd be cool, but I don't know. You never know. We'll see what happens. But that's basically it. All I have to say about this episode, which is season 1, episode 13 of Superman&Lois, which is called Failsafe and aired Tuesday, the 20th of July, 2021. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Morgan Edge is gone. He's gonna probably build his own Fortress of Solitude again, a new one. He's probably gonna build another army of Kryptonians. Where he's gonna get more Kryptonite, I have no idea. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's basically it. It was cool, but we'll see what happens, obviously, the rest of the show. That's all I have to say about this. Again, thank you for watching my video, and that's all I have to say about this. Subject matter of Superman&Lois, episode 13, season 1. Let me know in the comments section if you watched the show. Well, if you are watching, have you watched any episodes so far? Are you going to? If you're interested, are you not? If you're burnt out by superhero TV shows and movies, let me know. I know a lot of people are. We'll see what happens with that, obviously. And obviously the rest of the show, and in the future, obviously, anything else with any other guest appearances, obviously. We know there's going to be a Green Lantern situation. John Diggle's not doing that. If they even show anything like that, it's going to be, well, it won't actually anyways. It's just teased, that's just terrible. So I don't know what's going to happen, if he's going to make any appearances on any other shows, but even if he does, the whole Green Lantern, he's not putting the ring on, he's not transforming into him, and it's never going to happen on CW. They do it on HBO Max, he probably won't be there, the person playing the Green Lantern anyways. So that's basically all I have to say about this again. Like I said, Superman&Lois is a current episode that just happened yesterday on Tuesday, the 20th of July, 2021. And it's called Failsafe. Thank you again for watching, and that's the end of my video. Thank you again, bye. Thank you.